Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So I found this tag of questions related to Booktube and I just want to do it because I like answering question threads, so that's what we're doing today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I upload videos talking about books and shows. Now let's get started. Oh, by the way, if you hear popping sounds in the background, yeah, that's my neighbor shooting a gun on his property. Yeah, don't ask. I live out in the middle of nowhere. Help. Anyway, question 1. Why did you start this channel? I really wanted a place where I could talk about the books I read and shows I watch and go into as much detail as I wanted about how much I loved or hated them. I don't really have friends or family that really care about my ramblings, and I gotta condense my thoughts on other social media platforms like Twitter or whatever. So I can't really go into much rambling as I want to on other platforms, and I already really liked and watch a lot of bookish content or show review content on YouTube. So I figured this would be a good place to release my rants, and so far it has. So, yeah. Question 2. What are some fun and unique things that you can bring to BookTube? I think I've got at least a somewhat entertaining personality that'll hopefully come through more and more as I get more comfortable filming and being open on camera. Question 3. What are you most excited about for this channel? I'm really just excited to have a place where I can chat and discuss about what I read, really. That's really the goal of this channel. I'm really just excited to have a space that is my own on somewhere. Question 4. Why do you love reading? For me, it's a form of escapism so that I can take a break from my own reality and be somewhere else for a little bit. I also think books can provide a deep level of intimacy and connection to characters and worlds that movies and TV shows usually can't match by actually being, in a person's head on their journey or being able to reveal, every little detail of someone or something's history without having to worry about runtime or whatever. Number 5. What book or series got you into reading? Okay, let me first say that I don't support this author anymore after I found out that they're really shady. Not Rowling, but she's trash also. So, I got into reading with the middle school series by James Patterson, specifically the 4th book in the series. My mother got me the 4th book one day and made me read it, and while I was reluctant at first because I wasn't really into reading, when I was a kid, I quickly really loved it and wanted the other 3 that were currently out at that time and loved those also. So, yeah, that's how I got into reading. I look up the series once a year now just to check in for nostalgia purposes and see how things are going because I'm curious and stuff. And, I really get sad when I see how far the series has fallen from grace. I really do get sad at reading the descriptions of the newer books. I really, really do. Number 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Um, really, how do you read so much and so quickly? Because I usually read 2 or 3 books a month, maybe 4 or 5 if I'm lucky. But some people read 10, 15, 20 books a month, and that's literally insane to me. I don't know how y'all do it. Number 7. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Consistency, honestly. I am just a naturally lazy person, and I'm also not going to rush or stress myself into uploading once, twice, 3 times a week because, that'll just suck out all of the fun of this channel and make me not want to do it anymore. So, definitely making and uploading content in a consistent, timely manner will definitely be a challenge I'll need to overcome. But hopefully, this channel will give me some time management skills that I can bring over to other aspects of my life to give me a bit more structure. That would be nice. Number 8. When did you start reading? When I was 12, so in 2013. I had my mother read me stories when I was 5, of course, but I didn't start taking an interest of reading in myself until I was 12. So yeah. Number 9. Where do you like to read? A variety of places, honestly. At home, of course, especially audiobooks at home because I can like multitask while listening to them. During car rides when I'm a passenger, at my theater when I'm waiting around to go on stage, at my mother's office when I'm there. Yeah, just a variety of places I like to read at. Number 10. What kind of books do you like to read? I really enjoy fantasy, thriller slash mysteries, some sci fi, and have recently added romance to my list of preferred genres. And I read most any age category depending on my mood, really. Adult, young adult, sometimes middle grade. So yeah. And bonus question number 11. What does your book collection look like? And let's cut to IRL. Okay, so I don't really have like bookshelves. I have bins that I store my books in. If you're a purist, that probably pisses you off, but oh well. Not all of us can be rich enough for bookshelves. Anyway, so this is my first one. It's got all kinds of stuff in it. I have another one over here that we'll get into in a moment. But let's go through this pile right here, right now. This is my like Stephanie Garber slash Star Wars pile, so let's get into that. So right here we have Once Upon a Broken Heart and its sequel, The Ballad of Never After. They're both signed, which I'm really excited about. We have Caraval, Legendary, and Finale, the Caraval trilogy. Then below that, we have Star Wars Dark Disciple, which, rest in peace, Asajj Ventress, you deserved better. We have Dooku Jedi Lost, which I really, really enjoyed. We have Bloodline. And then we have the Phasma book, which I didn't really like, even though I love the character. And then down here towards the bottom, we have the first Thrawn book. Actually, the whole trilogy, actually. So we have the Thrawn Alliances, the second book, and then... let's get it. And then the Thrawn Treason book, the third book in the first Thrawn trilogy. So yeah, so that's the first one. Now let's move on to the second pile. Pile number 2, of course, we have once again have The Ballad of Never After. Then we have Enchante. This is book 1 of the Enchante duology. I have the second one on audio. We have The Queen's Assassin, which was a major disappointment because, yeah, the cover's gorgeous, though. I really did not like it, though. We start diving into my Karen McManus books. We have You'll Be the Death of Me. Yeah, we have the Harry Potter books here. I got them a few years ago before I found out that she's trash. So yeah, these are my covers. Yeah, I got those editions. It's just a bunch of Harry Potter books. Yeah, let's move on. Stack number 3, we start off with Dress for the Wicked. This I really, really loved, and I hope the author publishes another book one day because I really did enjoy those. We have Blackout by a variety of artists. This is a short story collection, and I heard that there was a sequel to this, and I really want to get it because I really loved this. We have Before I Let Go. This is from when I was like 15 or so. I really liked it. Yeah, it's stuck with me ever since, but yeah. We have American Royals. I think I want to start up this series again. I want to get like books 2, 3, and maybe 4 at some point this year. So yeah. We have The Tale of Genji. This is the first book like ever published, and that's simply why I wanted to get it. I tried to read it, but yeah, she's thick. So, and he's also like not interesting. So I just never finished it. Anyway. Here we have The Outsiders. This I had to get for a school project back in middle school. Below that, we have a book called Time for Rain. This was a gift by the author because I was in a play with him one time and he gifted me this book. So, yeah, that's very nice of him. And then we have Star Wars Darth Plagueis, which I did not finish. We have my Disney World autograph book. It's very pretty. We have the Gravity Falls Journal 3, which I just got because I'm a huge Gravity Falls fan. Should probably read at some point. What do we have down here? Oh, that's right. We have the Reputation Lookbook that Taylor released like a few years ago. So yeah, and then below that, like down here, are just mainly magazines. So we'll move on to this section. So right over here, we start out with this little thing. It's a journal. It's like a Harry Potter themed journal that I got at Universal a few years ago. We have Anne Frank, Tales from the Secret Annex. I think this is like a collection of short stories that she wrote. And then we actually got The Diary of Anne Frank, which I still need to finish. I don't know why I never finished. Actually, I do know why I never finished it because I was reading it to try and prepare for an audition for a play about adapting Anne Frank's story, which we can discuss the moralities of that later, but whatever. But I was reading the diary at that time because I was trying to prepare for the audition to get into the show, and I didn't get into the show, so I just never finished it. But I really do want to finish the diary at some point because it was interesting. Past that, we have Tiffany Young's Run for Your Life little lookbook. She is a member of Girl Generation, legendary K-pop group. So I really liked her, and I got it. I so wish she would release more solo music. And then here we have mainly scripts for shows, for like plays that I've been in. This I just wrapped up. I played the son of the main guy, big role. So I really loved performing this show, and I just finished it. Last month I was in Cinderella, Rodgers and Hammerstein Cinderella. So I was in the ensemble, and I really loved it. That was a really fun show too. I did Schoolhouse Rock Junior a few years ago. It was one of my first shows ever, and yeah, it was just really fun. And then once again down here are some magazines. Oop, my bad. We have we have like a Reddit tour magazine from Taylor Swift, and then we also have the Hunger Games Expedition magazine from a few years ago. Ooh, she's kind of scratched. I wonder why. I don't know why she's scratched. Oh, but yeah, really love that. So next we'll move on to this section. So over here we have Star Wars Darth Bane Path of Destruction. This is the first book in the Bane trilogy, which I love. I really did enjoy the Bane trilogy. Next, of course, we have the Ahsoka novel because I am literally the biggest Ahsoka stan on the planet. Don't come for me on that. It's true. But yeah. Over here we have the other two Darth Bane trilogy books, Rule of Two, the second one, and then Dynasty of Evil, the third one, which I really like them too. Over here, we have some astrology books that my mother picked up and read, but I don't think she ever finished them. We have one for me because I'm a Cancer, and one for her because she's a Capricorn. My mother wanted them, so yeah. Then we come over here. We have Rebecca. This was another book for school. I enjoyed the plot of it, but yeah, I didn't really like the some of the stuff some of the content that was in here, like the racism and all that. So yeah, my mother loved it though when we read it on audio. I also have Hiroshima. This is another one for school, which this was really interesting, and really, of course, devastating because, the bombing of Hiroshima, it's really devastating. But I really enjoyed this. It was very interesting. Uh, oh, they're all falling. Then over here, we have like DVDs of shows that I've been in. So Cinderella, 9 to 5, another 9 to 5, because there were two different versions. Schoolhouse Rock, and then Beauty and the Beast a few years ago, which the show itself I liked, but I've got bad memories associated with it now for for other reasons. So we'll just move on from that. Let's move on to this section. We've got Spin the Dawn. This is the first in the Blood of Stars duology. I've got the second book on audio. I really loved this duology, and the cover is very gorgeous. Oh, they are all falling on top of me now. We've got the Lux. This is the first book in the series of I think there's 4 books in this series. Yeah, there's 4 books in this series. I read it a few years ago, and I wanted the other 3 books because I love historical drama, especially rich people historical drama. But, it's been a few years since I've read this, so I think at this point it's do I need it? If I get it someday, I get it someday. If I don't, it's not the end of the world. Oh well. Right here we have When We Were Magic. This I liked. It was cute. Yeah, it was alright. It was cute. We've got Ace of Spades right here, which I never finished. I really wanted to like this book because, the cover is very nice and it sounded really interesting. But after a few chapters, I just could not finish it. I don't know. Uh, if you love it, love that for you. I know it's very popular, but I just could not finish it. Oh well. Let's move on to right over here. So first, oh yeah, this is my Karen McManus section. We've got Two Can Keep a Secret. I love that book. I think that this one is honestly her best. I know One of Us is Lying is her most popular, but I honestly think this is my favorite of hers. We've got One of Us is Lying. One of Us is Next, which I did not enjoy, and the third One of Us book is coming soon. So kind of excited for that. Then we've got A Flame in the Mist, which I did enjoy. I really did enjoy this book when I was younger. And then its sequel, Smoke in the Sun, which I did not finish. Yeah, I was just very bored of this, so I still intend someday, somehow, I'm going to finish this. I still intend to restart this and finish it someday, but that day has not come yet. So anyway. And now let's move on to the final section of the first bin, right over here. So we've got the Hunger Games series. I have the 10th, no, not the 10th anniversary. It's one of the special editions, but yeah, I've had it for a while. I've constantly picked up these books, so it's starting to fall apart a little bit. But yeah, love the Hunger Games, and of course, we've got the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I think it's okay. I don't understand people that really love it, and I don't understand people that really hate it either. It's just an okay book. It really, really is. The final third part of the book when they're in District 12, that part was really good, but the rest of it was just kind of okay. What else do we have here? Oh, we have the Wednesday Wars. I was originally going to pick this for a school project, but then I ended up picking The Outsiders for that project, so I didn't read it this for school. But I read this last year and I really liked it. I also have its sequel somewhere around here. Oh, I think its sequel is in the other box. But yeah, I like this book. I did not like its sequel. What do we have here? Oh, Oh, we have The Cousins by Karen McManus. This was okay. It was okay. What do we have? We have Grim Lovelies. This I really, really liked. This was one of my favorite books when I was younger. And then we have its sequel, Midnight Beauties, which I thought was absolutely not good. I just did not like it. But oh well. But yeah, that's my first bin of my book collection. Now let's move on to the second bin. Alrighty, so this is my second bin right now. We've got Curse of the Night Witch, which this is a library book, so this is actually not mine. I'm returning it soon. We've got, let's actually start right over here. Okay, so we've got the Crazy Rich Asians series, which I tried to read the first one, didn't really work out, so I'm not reading the other two. Oh well. Then down here, we've got a Write the Story, which is like, writing prompts for like short stories and whatever. Then we also got 3,000 Questions About Me, which I got this at the same time as this at Target. It's like a bunch of like life question stuff to like, you know, like, uh, like answer questions about yourself or whatever, make you think deeper about yourself or whatever, which I probably want to do that at some point. I always get books like these thinking like, oh, it'll be great. I really want to do this. And then I just like never interact with them after that. So yeah, let's move on to over here. We've got Carve the Mark by the Divergent author. I got this a few years ago for like Christmas, I think, when I was like a teenager, and I just have never read it. I think I'm gonna read it this year. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Hopefully, I'm gonna read this year. If I don't, at some point, needs to be given away to the library so that somebody else can read it. This is. Hold on, trying to do this with one hand. This is just like a folder book thing to like store my K-pop cards, my K-pop photo cards. So we've got like Twice and Blackpink and Mamamoo and Red Velvet and Girls' Generation and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah. So there's that. What's this? Oh, I forgot about this. This is just like like a coloring book for like, of like the Thomas Kincaid Disney paintings. Yeah, I really do love those paintings. I don't know much about him, but I love the paintings themselves, and I always love to get those puzzles because they're fun to put together. But yeah, let's move on to over here. Alrighty, now we move on to this pile right over here. So we've got the Grisha trilogy on top with Shadow and Bone, Siege and Storm, and Ruin and Rising. Then below that we have Hotel Magnifique, which it's another book where it was like very, very pretty, but like it wasn't that great. Below that we have Tokyo Ever After. My mother got this for me because she knows that I want to go to Japan one day. So she's all like, "Oh, Tokyo, he'll love this," which she wasn't wrong. I mean, it's a romance novel, and I really like the romance, so it's very nice. And I got the sequel on Audible too. Here we have The Ivies by Alexa Dunn. I really enjoyed this, and I really like watching her YouTube channel, and I want to get her like other two thrillers. I think one of them's out now, and the other one's coming this year. So yeah, I want to get those two. Yes, I'm a basic bitch. I have They Both Die at the end, and I love it. I want to get the second book soon. Love that. Below that, we have come here. There we are. We have Long Way Down. This was very nice. We have this Forest of a Thousand Lanterns. This was really, really good. I really enjoyed this. Am I gonna get the second book? No, because the second book focuses on a character that is like not the main character of this one. It's like a different character. So yeah, I'm not gonna get the second book because I don't really have much interest in it, but I really love this. Oh, below that we have Five Total Strangers. I loved this. This introduced me to a trope that I love where it's like a bunch of people like on a road trip and like shit's going down, like something weird is going down, but they can't really do much about it because they're on a road trip and they all have to be in the car together, but like it's getting weird and getting dangerous. I love this. I need more books like that. Also, if it looks like tattered, that's because my cat scratched it. So yeah. And then finally, for this pile, we have Reverie. Once again, it's another book where the cover is gorgeous, but the contents inside were not. So, yeah. Start with this pile, we have Legend by Marie Lu, which, it was cute. It was fun. I'm still working through the second one as of the filming of this video, but it'll... no, I'm not going to promise that. Never mind. Then we have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, the whole trilogy, which I absolutely love. Love all three of those books. Then we have the second Thrawn trilogy, or at least most of it, the Ascendancy trilogy, which I need to read at some point. I really, really do. Then we have the Shadow Game trilogy by Amanda Foody with Ace of Shades, King of Fools, and Queen of Volts. I really, really love this trilogy. It is so good. If y'all have not read it, you need to go read it right now because it's just amazing. And then the final pile for the second bin, there should be only 2 series here, if I remember correctly. So we've got the Ember and the Ashes series, with the third one right here. It's right next to me because I pulled it out because I'm going to read this in May. So we've got that one. Oh, we'll get to that in a second. So we've got the third and fourth one on top because I have not read those yet, and then we've got the first 2 on the bottom because I've already read them. And then after that, we've got the System Divine trilogy. I've read the first 2 books, and I will read this one soon. So yeah, that's what's on the second bin. And that's it from me. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a like and subscribe. Tell me what you thought of my answers, and also if you have any of the books in my collection. And I'm always looking for new channels to follow, so if you're new to Booktube as well, let me know so we can watch each other's videos. I'll talk to you next time. Bye!